Hi friends, welcome back to the Fit to Her Core channel. I am Victoria, and today we are diving into some, probably what you may think, non-conventional tips on how to engage and activate your glutes. So whether you are trying to build a bigger backside, you are trying to improve your movement, you're trying to improve your strength, and you're trying to improve your glute strength to help with your pelvic floor and core function, then you'll want to stay tuned for what we're going to dive into. All right, so you probably see all over the internet all these suggestions having you use more things like booty bands, heavy weight, and complex exercises when it comes to engaging and activating your glutes so that you can grow them or get stronger or improve your overall movement. And I'm not saying to throw out all these things completely, but I am wanting you to consider adding these little steps into your workouts to help you feel your glutes engage more, especially if you're not feeling that with the movements that you're doing right now. Okay. So when we want to activate our glutes, we need to think about getting our glutes in more of a hinging position. It's in this position that helps really lengthen the glutes so that we can then therefore get a good contraction out of those glutes. We need to be able to fully lengthen a muscle in order to get a good contraction, therefore feeling that muscle work better. Okay, so the first thing I want you to consider is, instead of just constantly using more weight and adding more booty bands, think about adding more of a hinge into your workouts. And yes, you may be doing deadlifts and straight leg deadlifts and all of that, which are great, but I'm also going to show you something to help you feel those hinging positions. And if you don't have a good hinge, then you need to work on learning how to hinge properly through your glutes and not through your lower back. Okay. So again, when we are trying to hinge, we want to push through those hips, feel a nice stretch in the glutes, and you'll also feel a good stretch in your posterior pelvic floor, which is great for us women who have a tendency to clench our glutes all day or a lot of the times throughout the days, which shortens your pelvic floor and shortens your glutes. So again, we want to lengthen in this hinge position. The next thing I want you to think about is, when you're in that hinging position, it gets you in a more internally rotated position, which is more favorable of lengthening the glutes. However, we want to get your hip in as good of a internally rotated position as possible. So now you want to be sure to check what your feet are doing when you are using your hinging positions. So as you hinge back, I want you to think about making sure that your big toe is in contact with the floor and you're using the inside of your heel to help get that hip and your leg and your foot in a more internally rotated position so that you can get a good stretch out of the glutes, a good stretch out of the pelvic floor muscles in the back, so that you can then therefore feel and use those glutes even more. So there you have it. Those are some tips that I want you to consider to throw into your workout or your warm-ups when you are trying to learn how to activate and engage your glutes more. So that's it for today, and I will see you in the next video.